Hey, this is Ryan from Web Eminence with question number 5 in this series I'm calling WeAsk.tv, where I'm answering your digital marketing questions. So this question actually comes from an author in India, and it's a follow-up question from my question number 2. So I'll link to that video, which was on the topic of blog domains and whether or not those should be separated from your main domain. So check out that video. And then here's a question from Malika in India.
Hi, my name is Malika Ravikumar. I'm an author and writer based in India. Thank you for the wonderful videos you've put up. They're very informative and helpful. I have a quick question. I have 2 websites. One is the author website with the name www.malikaravikumar.com. I also write a blog with a separate domain name called www.indiatraveltalesforkids.com, where I write about Indian history and culture for kids. I've been hearing a lot about the advantages of integrating the blog into your site, including from your videos, and I'm wondering how that would work for me, particularly because I chose my blog name based on keywords, that is India, travel, tales, and kids, so that it would rank higher in a search. But if I were to integrate it into my author site, would I lose the advantages of having keywords in my domain name, and could I continue with the same name and still integrate it into my site? So that's my question. Thanks once again for the wonderful videos, and they're very, very helpful. Thanks.
So there's really 2 parts to her question there. And the first one is, will I lose the advantages of having a keyword domain if I integrate the blog into my site? So she's got this blog at indiatraveltalesforkids.com, and she's wondering about integrating that blog into her existing author site. So the simple answer is yes, you will lose the advantages of having the keywords in that blog domain that you have. But there's some nuance to that as well, because having a keyword in the domain isn't really a huge factor in rankings. It used to be a bigger factor, and people would put the exact keyword in a domain just to rank for it, but it's not as big of a factor anymore. So if you look at Backlinko.com and their list of Google ranking factors, you'll see that having the keyword in the domain is a factor, and having a keyword as the first word in a domain is a factor. So in your case, having India as the first word is probably a relevancy factor that Google is taking into account, and they're realizing that India is a topic of your blog. So that's probably helping you. So if you were to switch and stop using that domain, you probably would lose that relevancy factor. But again, Google's been moving away from giving relevance to keywords in the domain as far back as 2012, when they released what they called the EMD update, or the exact match domain update. This is where they were trying to lower the amount of weight given to keywords in the domain, and even penalize low quality sites that were putting the exact match keyword in their domain, like bestcheapplumber.in-chicago.com or something, just trying to rank for that specific keyword. And I'll even link to a video from 2011 by Matt Cutts, who was on the Google team back then, where he talks about this specific question having to do with exact match and keyword domains. So you will be giving up that relevancy factor, but there may be other things you're giving up by removing that domain or stopping the use of that domain for your blog. For example, you're losing that brand. So even though it's kind of a keyword domain, it does have some branding to it that people recognize. It also has just a recognizable nature of being about a certain topic, because you have India, you have travel, kids, they're all in there. So when people see your domain, they immediately know what it's about. So that's something you'd be giving up. You'd also be giving up other ranking factors that might be connected to that domain, like domain age or links pointed to that site or that domain. So you got to keep those in mind as well. So the second part of Malika's question was, could I continue with the blog domain and integrate it into my author site? So I think what she's asking there is having the 2 separate domains like she has now, but somehow integrate the 2. So I think the only way to do that would be to link to your blog site from your author site. And I think you're already doing that. That's probably what I would recommend doing. I wouldn't recommend at this point to combine the 2 or integrate your blog into your author site. And one of the main reasons is because I think those are both big sites. I mean, you got a lot of pages, a lot of blog posts, and the blog, I think, stands alone by itself very well. So if you were to integrate it into your author site, it might get lost a little bit, and it might lose some rankings for some other reasons that I mentioned. So I don't think it would be a good idea in your case to integrate the two. I know I did that other video about the benefits of integrating the two, but in your case, I don't think it would be the best option for you. And then if you leave them separate, you don't need to worry about losing that keyword relevancy factor of your existing blog domain. You'll just hold on to that. It is a little extra work, like I said in the other video, to manage the two, but I think that's the best option for you. So thanks for the question, Malika. That's a good one. I hope that answer helps you out. And even though that answer is specific to your case, hopefully that helps other people as well who have a similar type of situation and maybe a similar question. So if you have another question related to this or anything having to do with digital marketing, feel free to ask that question at weask.tv, and I might cover it in my next video. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next video.